In her first race as a member of the Adams State women's cross country team, Alyssa Selve finished in second place at the Regis Invite, went out the Palo Alto Stanford Invite, had a top 27 performance as well. So after two races, it's obvious that Alyssa is probably one of the next Adams State star cross country runners. But unfortunately, as we welcome you back to KSPK's Grizzly Connect, we've run into a problem. I've been here 2 years, and I've been able to enact a very strict ordinance that there is a limited number of LA Laker fans that are actually athletes here. You are going to have to pick a new team. We don't have room for any more.
I'm not changing my team.
What would it take? I mean, really, there's a lot of great basketball teams out there. Why do you have to stick to the Lakers? Is it just the Southern California roots? Please, I can't handle anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm an LA baby. I always have been, and I always will be.
Alyssa went to Glendale Community College after high school. You had options after 2 years at Glendale. You were looking at Arizona State, Long Beach State, but forget California and Arizona altogether. Let's go to Adams State. Let's go and try to become part of a national champion team. What went into the decision to leave everything you were familiar with and knew and come to Alamosa?
That was actually a really big deciding factor for me, just leaving everything back at home, because this is a really small town and I'm definitely not used to that. But I really wanted to improve with my running and really see where I could go, and Coach Martin is the best coach around.
It's so different from any other sport, because at any other level, if you compare ASU with Adams State University and Long Beach State, it'd be pretty easy to side with the two D1 schools. But what does Damon have that is such a strong selling point that draws you to Adams State?
I don't know, he can really develop an athlete, and I've seen that throughout his program, and I've looked at his girls over the years, and I've seen how much they've improved, and even the team now, they've all really helped me, keep going.
And it's an adventure, and one that takes you to places where the elite athletes in the country will be participating in events. I mean, you're at the starting line in Palo Alto. It's your second event. You had an awesome race in Regis the week before, finished just behind Lauren Martin for first place. See the California flag flying, ready to hear that opening gun. That moment, describe it to us.
When I took second?
When you were in Stanford after finishing in second, and you've got that opportunity to be back in your home state but performing in the premier event in the state of California.
I was really nervous. I was really anxious. I think I was more excited than any other girl on that line at the time. It was just awesome to race against all the other D1 schools and kind of show them, I am part of a D2 school, but I'm just as good as you are. And, we really went out there and showed it this weekend.
It's Alyssa Selve with the Adams State cross country team. People get so spoiled with Adams State track and field and cross country because, oh, look, Damon's won at 26 national championships, no big deal. When you are finishing in second and you are beating the folks from USC, you also beat, Cal, Chico State, all these top-tier D2 and D1 schools. What's the reception like after the meet when you're walking around second place team finish and you've beaten all of these dominant D1 schools?
I'm just really honored to be here, and that I know I made a good decision coming here, and it really shows how good of a program that we are, and I couldn't be more thankful.
You mentioned the portal, the pipeline from Glendale, Vivian Ochoa. There's several teammates that you have that you're familiar with from Glendale. How does that work when you're coming from kind of a feeder program and they're leading you to a school that you may have an awareness of, but in terms of being in Colorado, Southern Colorado, you had no personal experience coming here, except Glendale obviously has such a strong relationship with Adams.
Well, I don't really know.
But just coming from the program, how do they let you know, like, hey, we have a place in mind. We have a great place where you could also continue your athletic career outside of Glendale. And when you've really never heard of Adams State, how do they let you know this is an additional program you should think of?
Well, he just always talks about Damon Martin and his program here, and I never really realized how good of a program it is until I came out here on my visit, and I saw all the trophies in Coach's office and up on the walls, and how it's it's the big sport here at Adams.
It's Alyssa Selve with Adams State Cross Country, 21 minutes, 44 seconds in her first meet in Regis in Denver. So what do you do then when you have 2 years of eligibility? You did run track and field in high school, but at this point, what are those immediate goals for this year and then within the 2 years of availability and eligibility you have left?
I mean, I wish I could be here longer than the 2 years. That'd be awesome, but I just want to get a national title. I want to help the girls and, take first in the nation this year.
At this point, you've been in the number 2 spots, and it's obviously a lot of motivation coming out of the Stanford invite, finishing in second, and then seeing the top 25 polls and realizing, guess that isn't good enough to be the number 1 D2 team in the nation. So internally, where's the conversation at with your teammates about what they're trying to accomplish as well? Everybody wants a national championship, but what are they telling you that Adams State needs to do to grab another national championship?
We all just need to work together. We can't be super competitive with one another. We have to help each other out. We're all in this together, and we're all going for the same goal.
When you had the first major and legendary Damon Martin preseason, we're going to run at 10,000 feet above sea level run, where he just takes you to the mountains and you have no idea where you are. When you experienced that first major Adams State elevation run, how did your body react?
I couldn't breathe. I really couldn't, because I would go out and do a nice long hike at 10,000 feet. I'd never done a run at that height before, so it was tough.
When you're trying to think, I mean, that seems to be the biggest problem, is you're just trying to understand what is happening to your body, and you can't even process it internally. When that first run was over and you had a chance to kind of cool off, what was kind of the first thing going through your mind about Adams State and it being a real deal run at elevation in the Rockies?
Well, I figured this is how they get in shape. This is how we're so good, and it's hard.
And you did have an injury coming out of high school. 7 months you were out in between kind of December and January in 2010. It would have been easy to hang him up, go to college, not focus on being a collegiate athlete. Why did you decide to rehab and give it one more go?
Yeah, I wasn't even going to run anymore, but the coaches at Glendale, they really inspired me to come out and run again, and they're like, we'll get you into shape. You're gonna go somewhere. You have a lot of talent, so without them, I wouldn't be here.
Through 2 races, Adams State has been the benefactor of such a decision. Alyssa, thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you.
It's Alyssa Selve with Adams State Cross Country. This is KSPK's Grizzly Connect.